Most AI certifications are a waste of money. But why is that? Companies are talking about AI nonstop, so they obviously see a lot of value in it. After all, AI is a tool, and the sooner you learn it, the better. Here's the thing. Many online credentials on AI are just fluff. They teach you the basic terms you could easily learn on your own from a free blog post in about 5 minutes. Not only that, people with zero tech background think that taking an online short course on AI will magically land them a machine learning job. So there's a huge gap between expectation and reality, which begs the question, are any AI certifications worth earning? And what makes one worth it for you? By the end of this video, you'll learn about why many cheap entry-level AI certificates don't get you hired, the experience gap, and how to go about choosing the right credential for your career level, and the exact signs of a high-value AI certification that employers actually value. Now, for meeting for the first time, my name is Richard, and over the last 14 years at a major Fortune 50 tech company, I went from an entry-level analyst to leading a global team supporting a multi-billion-dollar business. Along the way, I've helped professionals like you get ahead in their careers by sharing practical tips and strategies that actually work based on real-world experience. If that's the type of content you might be interested in, make sure to subscribe or follow to catch the latest. With that said, let's get to it. Let's talk about the absolute flood of AI badges on the internet. A recent study by Revelio Labs shows that the share of AI certificates has exploded by over 20 times since late 2022. Seems like everyone is certified now. But there's a catch. These short, non-degree certification programs only actually help your career if they directly match your specific day-to-day job. Meaning, are you able to apply what you've learned to what you already do? Most cheap certificates fail because it's just passive knowledge. They are built to make you feel smart without actually making you do any real work. You watch a few short videos, you answer some multiple choice questions where the answer is kind of obvious, and when you finish, you get some kind of badge. But watching a video about AI is completely different from actually using it and applying it. And hiring managers know this. When they see a generic AI introduction certificate on your resume or your LinkedIn, it tells them that you spent about 2 hours clicking next on a web browser. It does not tell them that you know how to solve a real business problem. At least that's the perception, and perception is everything. The fact of the matter is, the value of any credential is directly tied to the perceived effort required to earn it. If a certificate takes 2 hours to earn and actually doesn't have any real-world projects associated with it, it holds zero value in the job market. So those programs you'll want to pass on and save your money and time. So let's talk now about the experience gap. The biggest mistake I see professionals making when choosing a credential is choosing one that doesn't actually match their current background or their career goals. For example, a business analyst with zero coding experience might spend 3 months studying for a heavy machine learning engineering certificate. They memorize complex math formulas, but when they apply for engineering jobs, they get rejected. This happens because they lack the core software engineering background to back it up. And the reverse is also true. Experienced software engineers may waste time and money learning about the basics of AI prompting. To make your resume stand out, you have to map a certification to your career track. In this case, there are 2 tracks you can think about when it comes to AI in the job market. First, there are adopters. These are business analysts, marketers, and managers. And if you are on this track, your goal is to show how you use AI tools to solve business problems and speed up your daily work. For adopters, there are many options, some of which are really good and you can find on platforms like Coursera or edX. I'll make sure to include a link down below. Although, before you go exploring those options, you'll need to keep watching to know exactly which ones are going to be worth your time and money. Second is that there are builders. These are programmers, data scientists, and cloud engineers. If you are on this track, you need to prove you can write code and build systems. Look for technical credentials from major cloud platforms like Microsoft Azure or AWS, or explore some of the options offered by CompTIA, which is a recognized organization in the IT industry. In either case, you need to consider your prior experience versus where you want to go. If your experience is already fairly close to your goal, then certificates can realistically help bridge that gap. But if there's a much bigger gap between your experience and your goal, then a really strong certificate program can help, but it needs to be supplemented with a strong portfolio of work and likely some relevant prerequisite experience. Now that you have your track in mind, how do you go about spotting the right credentials that hiring managers are actually going to value? There are 3 clear signs to look out for, starting with the most important. High-value certifications require that a project portfolio be built. This requirement should match your chosen path. If you are on the builder track, your portfolio must contain actual code hosted on a platform like GitHub. Hiring managers can inspect your code and see how you solved technical problems. If you're on the adopter path, which is more business-oriented, you still need a portfolio. And the portfolio can show, for example, a case study of how you automated a marketing campaign or optimized a customer service process using AI tools. It shows that you can apply these concepts to real work. The second sign is they require hands-on application. They force you to solve actual problems instead of just doing these multiple choice quizzes. Third is they're backed up by industry giants or top universities. Tech companies want to see credentials they can recognize instantly. If you're going the more technical route, look for major certifications backed up by major cloud providers like Google, AWS, and Microsoft. If you want a business focus, look for programs that are offered by top business schools like MIT and Stanford. So now that you know what to look for, here's what I'd recommend you do next. Before you spend a single dollar on any AI credential, check the syllabus. Look for a portfolio or a hands-on project requirement. Skip the courses that only offer basic multiple choice quizzes. And stick to credentials that are backed by leading tech companies or top universities. Yes, they take more work, but they're the only ones that are going to have a real impact on your career. Ideally, you find a program that meets all those requirements. And that's going to put you in the best position possible to achieve your career goals. Now, if you want to go further into this topic and explore what a good AI program looks like, you can check out my video series where I document my experience with the University of Texas Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning program. This was a 7-month program that was relatively technical, but in those videos you'll learn about what my goal was going into the program and whether I thought the program ended up being worth it. So make sure to check that out. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around.